Hello everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Yasushi Asako, Associate Dean for International Affairs. 皆さんこんにちは。国際担当教務主任のAsakoと申します。So thank you for joining us at Open Campus despite the hot weather. Today I want to briefly explain about our EDP, English-based degree program. EDP program briefly. So I explain in English and Japanese both, so it take a little bit longer time, so please understand. 日本語と英語両方で、EDP プログラム、English Based Degree プログラムに関して説明をさせていただきます。動かない。So as you know, Waseda University founded as the Tokyo Senmon Gakko in 1882. 2 years later, 1884, we had the first international student enrolled at SPSE, a School of Political Science and Economics. And SPSE was one of the founded department in 1882, 4 departments. So our EDP program started in 2010. And the EDP begins at the SPSE with class size of only 30. So it's like the high school class. So however, after that, we experienced the further development of high quality education and cutting edge research. 1882年に早稲田大学が創立されて、それと同時に政治経済学部も始まります。で、そのわずか2年後に留学生の受け入れを始めて、2010年にEDP プログラムが始まります。最初は30人ぐらいのすごく小さなクラスからスタートして、その後15年、発展を続けている。つまり早稲田政系の EDP には15年の経験があるということになります。So how we developed over these 15 years is this is the number of students entering the SPSE EDP program. So start from around 30, but they increase a lot in 5-6 years. And after 2060, basically the number of students is around 100. So right now we also, let's say the size of EDP is 100. So the total SPSE student number is around 850. So more than 10%, around 50% students are belonging to EDP program. 30人ぐらいでスタートした EDP ですが、5、6年を経て、100人の規模になって、今は安定的に100人ぐらいで推移をしています。少し凸凹はありますが、基本的に100人ぐらいで推移をしています。で、全体が800数十人、整形全体ではそのぐらいの規模なので、もう全体の1割以上、15% ぐらいが EDP の学生ということになります。So why you should choose the SPSE? So at first we have three specialized degrees. The first one is the BA, Bachelor of Art in Political Science, and BA in Economics, and BA in Global Political Economy. And these curriculum, our curriculum, fully comparable to United States or United Kingdom universities. That is very standard political science courses and very standard economic courses. The global political economy is somewhat like as a double degree program. So for example, the BA in political science, of course, required to take many political science courses at the same time, economic courses. And BA in economics, of course mainly for economics, but we require to take some political science course. The global political economy is almost 50-50. So in order to understand our society, so it is important to consider not only economics, but also political science. So in our program, the student can learn the both sides to understand our society. And also, we also emphasized on quantitative methods like the data analysis or data science. So data science is sought after skills in business. That is, at first we get some evidence and then we consider the plan. So in business or in many situations. And also such data analysis method, mathematics and data analysis are important for the solid foundation for further study. That is to understand economics and to understand the politics and to understand our society. So in many situations, analyzing the data and considering based on the theoretical model is quite important. So such basic skill, we provide the curriculum to get such basic skills. And also our professors, most professors have PhDs from leading research universities outside of Japan mainly. And also many professors held academic positions or kind of the central bank or governmental positions outside of Japan. So we have the diverse faculty with international experience, and they have so much experience to teach and to do the research. 我々のプログラムでは、クオンティテイティブメソッド、つまり、データ分析とかデータサイエンスということに非常に重視をしています。で、エビデンスに基づく意思決定とかがビジネス、あるいは政策の決定とかいろいろな場面で必要になってくる、重要であるということが近年言われています。で、さらにいろいろな、もちろんその経済学とか政治学はもちろんのこと、ビジネスの場面においてもさまざまな場面においてそのようなデータを分析していく力っていうのは皆さんが卒業した後でも重要なものになってきます。ですので、我々のカリキュラムは、皆さんにそういうデータを見る力で数理的に考えていく力っていうものを、それは経済学だけではなく政治学のサイドでも、提供していくという形になっています。で、我々のいわゆる教授陣ですけれども、ほぼ全てのほとんどの人たちが海外の大学で PhD を得ています。そして多くの人たちが海外で勤務経験があったり、あるいはIMF とか中央銀行のような政府機関、国際機関で働いた経験を持っている人たちです。ですので、そういう経験に基づいて、教育経験とか研究経験っていうのが豊富なそういうファカルティ、教授の陣営になっております。で、よいしょ。And the important point is, most courses are offered in both English and Japanese. The student can select the language of their courses. Why I said it is quite important means in our SPSE EDP program, and there is the JDP, Japanese-based degree program. That is the courses in Japanese and the courses in English. And not only required course, but also intermediate or the advanced course. Almost all courses are provided in Japanese and in English both. That is, the course size for EDP is almost the same as the course size of JDP. And I say that almost means EDP students are not required to take the language course. Basically, the many EDP students are bilingual or trilingual. So language courses are not required for EDP students, but the JDP student language courses are required. So we provide more language courses for JDP compared to EDP. However, for political science and economics, and of course the global political economy, almost all courses are provided in English and in Japanese. So when you're searching and compare the EDP program of our program and to the other universities program, please at first check the size of courses. So as you know, if we have one course in English and Japanese both, which means that the teaching load for the faculties doubled, increased a lot. So usually it is quite difficult to provide the same size course for EDP and JDP. So to be honest, the first few years of EDP, we was not able to provide sufficient number of courses in EDP. However, about 10 years ago, we reformed the program, and after that, for around 8-9 years, we provide the almost same size of EDP courses and JDP courses. And also, I do not write down it on the slide, but we also provide the EDP courses in the graduate school. So not only are the undergraduate courses, but also many graduate courses are provided in English, basically in English. And there is the September admission in Graduate School of Political Science and Graduate School of Economics. So which means that you can take in advance the grad course when you are undergrad students. And also you can go to the grad school quite smoothly. So please compare. So please, for example, if you visit the other university EDP course, please check such curriculums in EDP, course size of EDP. 一応我々の一番の強みは、日本語と英語で全く同じコースを提供しているというところにあります。環境経済学、Environmental Economics、公共経済学、Public Economics、and so on という感じで、その入学時の必修コース、初級コースだけじゃなく、中級、上級に至るまで、基本的に全部日本語と英語で立っている、講義が開かれているということになります。皆さんが他の EDP コースとかイングリッシュデグリーを見るときに、そのコースサイズっていうのはしっかりと他のところでもチェックしてみてください。我々は基本的にやっぱり最初その英語でも日本語でもコースを提供するっていうのはなかなかその教員陣への負担も大きくてなかなかできないことなんですが、我々は10年ぐらい前からプログラムカリキュラムをその改革してで多くの人を雇ってそういう2つ両立てで提供できるという安定的に提供できるという状況を確保しています。また同時に、大学院経済学研究科政治学研究科っていう大学院でも EDP のようないわゆるイングリッシュデグリーは走っていて、学部生の時に大学院の授業を取れるあるいは、そのまま大学院にスムースに行くでそういうことが比較的簡単にできるようになっています。ですので、ぜひその EDP のコースサイズみたいなのは一度チェックしてみてください。And the other advantage is the working closely with professors and other students. So we provide a small size of courses offered throughout the program. So here I write down the 5 to 15 students. It is kind of the seminar style, semi-style program. So however, compared to JDP, so in JDP, of course, not only the introductory course, intermediate, advanced course, sometimes the course student size becomes more than 100. 100 or 200 students take one course is quite usual in JDP. However, EDP, I say, is at most 100 students. Of course, some JDP students sometimes take the EDP course. So, however, anyway, so mainly for many courses, the size of class, the student number is at most 100, and usually it is 30 to 50 So which means that students quite easy to communicate and ask the questions for professors, and also professors can manage a class with the discussions or group work, so you can communicate more with other students. So this is kind of the let's say advantage compared to JDP, but you can build more let's say close relations with faculties and can ask many questions and discuss with faculties. So that is the informal, there are many informal interactions with professors. その EDP の2番目の特徴として、これは JDP と比べてというところにもなりますが、クラスのサイズがすごく小さい。で、私も300人以上とか教えたことがありますけど、非常にそのまあ一方通行になりがちなんですが、少なくとも EDP ではだいたいクラスサイズは多くても100人ぐらいで、30人から50人ぐらいが普通なので、まあ教員側としてもグループワークとかクラス内のディスカッションみたいな場面を多く取れますし、まあ、学生の側からしても教員陣に質問しやすいシチュエーションではあります。なのでそういう比較的普通の日本の他の大学に比べれば EDP のサイズが小さい分、クラスで、先生にいろいろ質問したり相談できたりするという環境が整っていると言えます。And finally, the excellence in employability. So fantastic opportunity for further studies. なので、たくさんの人が就職という面でも進学という面でも様々なところに行っていますということになります。And for first point, the most courses are offered in both in English and Japanese. I say that there are many courses are provided in English. They are just an example, but political science in many subfields and economics in many subfields, and methodology, that is the game theory, is the mathematical skill to analyze the society, and the statistics, econometrics, or data analysis. So we provide these courses and more in English and in Japanese too. For example, the EDP student can take JDP course too, and the JDP student can take EDP course. So which means that, for example, if you study the Japanese in first 1 or 2 years and your Japanese skill developed, then you can take the JDP courses to improve your Japanese proficiency. Or sometimes in many situations, JDP students take the EDP course too. So there is some communication. You can construct a network not only with the EDP student, but also the JDP students. And yeah, it's kind of meet our faculty. So there are many faculties, but I introduced some faculties specialized in EDP. And yeah, it's me. A little bit smarter than now, but anyway. So anyway, I graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Do you know Wisconsin? The north side of the Chicago. I just do the drinking beer or do the research. That's all, nothing there. But anyway, the Wisconsin, and I worked for the Bank of Japan a few years. And I'm specialized in game theory and political economy. And he is the, and Patrick Desjanet is the EDP director, managed for EDP program. And he was the National Taiwan University faculty, and he is specialized in game theory and labor economics. And there are other professors like the Kohei from the worked at Edinburgh and Oxford, and he mainly teach the microeconomics and the law and economics. The Professor Bestek, like the there are many past positions. For example, the Carlos de Madrid, and he is teaching microeconomics and experimental economics. And Satoru Shimokawa-san taught in Hong Kong Tech, Agriculture and Development. And Teppei-san, previously MIT professor, and he is mainly teaching the statistics and econometrics. And Keram from Texas A&M, Professor Keram from Texas A&M, and comparative politics. And Willie Joe, comparative politics too, and Dmitry Kubasov, game theory and mathematics. And Shimiran-san from Thai, and he is specialized in labor economics and macroeconomics. And Sedon Jack, the international political economy. So and there, of course, many faculties in EDP, and also JDP faculty teach some EDP courses. But as you see, there are many faculties previously worked for the government sectors or the the international community, and also there are many backgrounds and specialized fields. ここは日本語じゃなくてもいいと思いますけど、たくさん教員がいる。で、いろいろなバックグラウンドで、さまざまな海外での勤務経験とかある人たちがいますよということになります。So the opportunities at the SPSE. So the student in EDP from the various background and countries, areas, places. So many students are from the East Asia, but you can see that many other students from various countries. So there, and in EDP, around 50% are economic major, and 30% global political economy, and usually 10 to 20% is the political science. And and have the various backgrounds. EDP の学生が来ている国っていうと、東アジアが中心ではありますが、さまざまな国から来ていただいているっていうのが分かると思います。で、学生の比率に関しては、EDP は 50% が経済学。で、3分の1ぐらいが GPE。で、10から20% ぐらいが政治学という形で、これも比較的あまり毎年変わらない形で推移をしています。And we also provide a lot of opportunities to study in abroad. I believe some students to study in Japan is studying in abroad, but at the same time, so many students in EDP choose to study more in other countries. And they are the example of the universities, university-wide study abroad programs. That is not only SEIKEI, SPSE, but also the other students from other schools apply to these programs. So a little bit competitive, but you can see the Dartmouth College or Georgetown, Chicago, New York, Washington, or Toronto, and so on. There are many top universities in America and Europe. And also, not only the university-wide programs, but also the SPSE programs too. These programs only for SPSE students. So compared to the university-wide program, it is less competitive. And National Taiwan University and Hong Kong Tech, or National Taiwan University, University Milan, and Tilburg University, and so on. So there, this is just an example. So there are many other universities too. So in EDP program, you have the many opportunities to study abroad. いわゆるその交換留学のような制度、いわゆるその留学の受け入れをしてくれているようなそういうプログラムで提携している大学っていうのは、これがまあ大学全体の、提携している大学になります。でこれは大学全体になるので、成形だけではなくて他の学部の学生も出してくるので、少し競争的ではあるんですが、まあ欧米を中心としたトップ大学が並んでいるということが分かると思います。で詳しくは一応ここに、ウェブサイトがありますし、検索しても出てくると思います。でこれが政治経済学部が持っているプログラムで、まあアジアを中心と、アジアとかヨーロッパを中心として、いろいろこう有名な大学が並んでいると思います。でこちらの方は政治経済学部の学生だけに特化したものですので、それほど競争的ではなく行きやすい大学になっています。実際教えていても EDP の学生の多くは半年あるいは1年他の国に行ってみようという選択をする学生は多いというイメージがあります。でそういうちょっと日本を出て、日本以外のところでも大学通ってみたいなという時にはこういうプログラムが用意されているということになります。で、the other example is the WASEDA SX3+1 is the bachelor at WASEDA in 3 years. That is, you spend 3 years in WASEDA and 1 year SX, and you can get the double degree. Is mainly for economics, but we provide such program too. At some of the and 33% student of EDP get the scholarship from various scholarship funds. But anyway, 3分の1ぐらいの人たちが奨学金を取っているということになります。で、and where they get the job is the employment is, for example, the Accenture, Bloomberg, Citibank, like the foreign fund companies, and also the Japan Airlines, Mitsubishi Corporation with financial group, like the large Japanese companies. 就職先としてはアクセンチュアとかブルームバーグとかシティバンクとかの外資ももちろんのこと、日本航空とかみずほ三菱といった大手の日本の企業にも就職をしています。And also, the many SPSE students also proceed to various institutions after the graduation, grad school. So, of course, there you can go to WASEDA University, but also UCLA or British Columbia or Hong Kong or Johns Hopkins. So, many EDP students choose to go to the grad school too. 大学院にもいろいろ行っているということになります。And admissions. So next admission periods are January 8th to February 10th, 2026. Applications must be submitted through the admission office online application system. Only one application period. There is no 2 rounds or 3 rounds. So it is very simple and straightforward. There is just one application period. The selection process is mainly document screening and interview only for few applicants. The application documents are, of course, certificate of expected graduation, academic transcript, and recommendation letter. And you can add some other documents. And essay, standardized test score, English proficiency test scores. The application guide for the next year will be released on website by late September. And standardized test score means SAT, ACT, and IBDP. And we accept, however, we accept the standardized test from various countries. So please visit our website. And predicted scores accepted for GCE A-level and international A-level and IBDP and other tests. And English proficiency scores is the TOEFL, IELTS mainly. And as a general rule, the applicant whose first language is not English, blah, 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 is exempt. However, anyway, basically, most students are required to submit these 2 test scores. アプリケーションピリオドは1月の初めから2月の初めまで。で、詳しくはウェブサイトで、発表しますが、ワンラウンドだけです。で、どこのラウンドで出そうかとか悩まずストレートに決められるっていう形になります。で、アプリケーションで出すものは去年と基本変わらないので、9月に次回の詳細は発表しますが、昨年度のものを見ていただいても、基本的にはあまり変わらないと思います。で、そうですね。lastly, for our future student. So today we are seeing many conflicts and tensions between the countries around the world. And also the political tensions can strain the international relations, and we are discussing the how to build the relations with the people from different countries and different cultures. So in our program, as you see, the students from various backgrounds, countries come together to learn and study and discuss about our society. So and one day after the graduation, you will go on an important role in the international society and or in your country, and you may find yourselves facing some conflict or tensions with other people. But you can remember that, okay, I have a friend from that countries. I study with the people from the different cultures. So I truly believe that such accumulation of small steps are quite important for mutual understanding and international peace. At least being part of this program to promote the international peace, I take great pride in. So I look forward to seeing you again and discuss about the future of our world in near future. So until we meet again. Thank you very much. Of course, you can ask the questions. The session is that's all. But if you have more Q&As, you can ask me. But at the same time, there is the individual consulting sessions on the 7th floor. So you can ask more questions. The office staffs have much more information. So basically, you can ask the question on the 7th floor. So please enjoy the open campus in the remaining day. Thank you.